Welcome to North Dakota State Stadium. It's the New Mexico Lobos and the North Dakota State Bison. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys?
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. The ball is teed up, and the Bison ready to kick it away and get this game started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the New Mexico Lobos offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, at a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number one for the squad.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
The run inside. It's Humphrey. Got enough for the first. Finding some room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Open on the right side, that's Smith. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He splits the uprights. And that'll put the first... game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. And now North Dakota State gets its first chance to go on offense. They will have their hands full with this matchup as they try to make sure the running game gets going. On the move, it's Scott. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, they rep this play every day in practice, 50 times? Simple hitch route. Quarterback puts it right on him. Receivers just got to finish the play.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Out of the gun, the give to the back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Got some room to run. He's at the... And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, New Mexico.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
That last completion left them just inches short. Now will they take a shot on 2nd down? He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking for room, it's Scott. Could be an alley. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Send the tight end in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hayes. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Gonna run it. It's Humphrey. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll run play action. Gets rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to return it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
That's caught by Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to throw, it's Hayes. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Looking for space. It's Scott. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He lets one fly deep. He's got it way down the field. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Lobos come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Humphrey. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running inside, it's Humphrey. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Coaches preach all week about physicality. that is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field, this is how our defense is going to be. Do not run the football because we will knock you senseless.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Oh, they block it. Scoops it up, and he's going to try to take it back.
And how about the speed by that defender coming off the edge to block that field goal? Wow.
North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Bring in the heat. Flies to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Now on first down from the 40.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, it's Hayes. Fires to the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. The field goal is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Pocket breaking down. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Got his man downfield. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
On the run, it's Humphrey. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The play action fake. Fires quickly. Tackled there by the defense.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Lobos will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. The option, the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. That drive pretty much imploded, and they'll try to salvage things by punting it away on 4th and long. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, we see another catch by this guy, and this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. They'll run the screen. They've got him before he gets the first down marker, and the screen does not deliver. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And remember, he's already had one blocked in this game. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
This kicker is mentally tough, man. There are not a lot of guys that would have a kick blocked earlier in the game come out here and make that kick you just saw. That was awesome.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. Brown will throw it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Look at, and he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't suddenly...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Makes the catch. It's Collins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Nice job. Had a little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Takes the handoff. It's Humphrey. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Fights off a defender. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football. And
there he goes. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Offense in an empty set. Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Scott.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play of the drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, trying to find his man. At the 35, he's got room. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They just keep firing. Unloads it left. Finds his man open. Touchdown, North Dakota State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Grab. It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. The run inside. It's Humphrey. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. The Lobos will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Brown will throw it. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. More to the board with that trip to the house.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And they had to get that extra point to tie it up, and we could be headed to OT. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Humphrey. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And the Lobos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Keith. He's inside the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, New Mexico! They take the lead here in overtime.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Makes the catch. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Wants to adjust the pattern.
Booster, booster. Go, go.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement. Where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game. Decide in overtime. Crushing loss.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.